Hey y'all, welcome back to Jack's Drinkwater Southern Cooking and Barbecue. In today's video, we have bacon wrapped ribs on the Z-Grill's pellet smoker. Hey, and if any of you guys are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell as well so you'll be notified every time I have a video that drops. So let's get this cook going, shall we? So I got a 3-pack of ribs here. We're not gonna be doing all these ribs today. I'm just gonna be doing one rack. There's only 2 of us, but I got plans for these other 2 racks. So if there's a video up there, I'll leave that link below or maybe somewhere right up in here. In case you're interested, I paid $41.93 for these ribs. We'll just take this first top rack here. Move these out of the way. All right, these look pretty good, not a lot of trimming. So before I start doing this trimming, I want to tell you this. I've seen 2 ways that these ribs are done. Some people smoke the whole rack, and then when they get close to being done, then they will wrap them in bacon. But I've also seen it where people cut the individual ribs and then wrap them and then smoke them from the get-go just like that. That's how we're going to be doing it today. Don't ask me why. Just feel like doing it that way. So I'm not gonna really, there's not a lot of trimming, I think, on these ribs. I'm not really worried about them being too squared up or anything like that. It's not a competition. So what I'm gonna do, let's just flip these around here like that. Go ahead and start cutting, separating these ribs. That's a nice meaty joker right there. I don't think you want to see me cut up all these ribs, so we'll be back with you when all of these ribs are cut up. We got all these ribs sliced up, so now we're going to do us a little base layer first before we wrap them in bacon with some of this Boar's Night Out Spicy White Lightning. Not a sponsored video, but a link will be below. All right, well, let's go ahead and season these badgers up. We're going to do the back sides too. Give them a flip. All right, I'm liking the looks of that. Now let's wrap these in bacon. And I have just some thick cut bacon. These are gonna be on for a while, I expect. I'm expecting anywhere from 3 to 4 hours. So a thicker bacon probably is gonna be better in my opinion. If you were going to smoke your ribs first, then you might wanna go with a thinner cut bacon. That's my theory anyway. All right, we may end up having to cut this bacon off. I don't know, let's see. Let's just start here. All right, 1 piece of bacon will do it. I know there's a little bit sticking out here, but remember, these ribs are gonna shrink a little bit. Let's go with this big bad boy right here. Oh, look at that. So I know you guys don't want to see me wrapping every one of these little piggies up, so when I get done, we'll be back with you and we're going to throw them on the smoker. We've got all these little piggy ribs wrapped up and ready to go. Now we just want to go over it with the final step here, and we're going to be using some of this Uncle Steve's Shake South Texas Red. It's bold, it's spicy, it's full-bodied, and these little piggies are going to love it. We're all seasoned up now. As you can see, I've transferred these ribs to some cooling racks. We're ready to get them on the smoker. I have my Z-Grill set to 275 degrees. I'm thinking anywhere from 3 to 4 hours. I'll let you know as this cook progresses. It's been 2 hours. We're gonna check them to see how probe tender they are. All right, I'm liking the tenderness of this. Boy, we really blew through this. I really thought it was gonna take at least 3 hours. But now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and give them a glaze. And I'm gonna glaze them with some of this rib candy apple habanero. We're ready to paint some of this rib candy on these ribs. And I'm not brushing it on there because if you notice, I want this, there's a lot of red pepper flakes in this rub and I'm trying to keep that intact. So I'm just kind of barely kind of dabbing. All right, we got all these ribs slathered with this rib candy. Now let's throw them back on there and see if we can get them sexy. All right, so we are done with these bacon wrapped ribs. It's time to give them a sample, and I'm just gonna go right in to this one right here. This is a nice meaty one. All right, I'm going in. Whew, hold on. Nice and tender. All right, these are stupid good. I don't mean to sound like I'm taking away anything from these ribs, but I actually think that you could wrap a turd in bacon and it would still be good. If you've never tried bacon wrapped ribs before, you need to give them a go. One of the things I really like about these is, I mean, we're talking what, 2.5 hours, and they were completely done, very tender. I mean, bacon wrapped ribs, I mean, what's not to like about bacon wrapped ribs? All right, guys, bacon wrapped ribs on your pellet smoker. Do it.